Essay 1. Sir Roger at the Assizes. By Richard Steele. Summary. Sir Roger at the Assizes is an essay written in the form of a travel account, where the narrator recounts their journey to the circuit court alongside their friend Sir Roger. The central focus of the account is to describe Sir Roger's character, and interactions with various individuals they encounter along the way. The essay begins by presenting a moral principle: a person's first concern should be to avoid their own conscience's reproach, followed by avoiding public criticism. The narrator introduces Sir Roger as an individual who embodies this principle, at peace within himself and respected by his neighbors for his benevolence. As the journey to the county assizes unfolds, the narrator and Sir Roger meet two men on the road. The first is a yeoman who lives within his means, enjoys hunting, and occasionally disregards laws related to game hunting. The second is Tom Touchy, known for his litigious nature and constant pursuit of legal action against others. The narrative then shifts to the court proceedings, where Sir Roger's presence and reputation lead to him being honored by his fellow justices. In a comical twist, he even makes an unconventional speech during the court session. On their way back from the assizes, the group stops at an inn owned by a former servant of Sir Roger. The innkeeper, out of affection and respect, had put up a sign with Sir Roger's likeness. Upon discovering this, Sir Roger takes the incident in good humor and decides to alter the sign into the Saracen's Head, which results in a humorous and exaggerated depiction of his own face. The narrative concludes by highlighting the various adventures and encounters of the day, emphasizing the joy and amusement the narrator experienced throughout the journey in the company of Sir Roger. Sir Roger at the Assizes is a light-hearted travel account that revolves around the character of Sir Roger. The essay showcases his virtues of benevolence and self-assurance, while presenting humorous anecdotes from the journey to and from the circuit court. Through these experiences, the narrative emphasizes the positive impact Sir Roger has on those around him and paints a picture of a respected and amiable individual. A. Multiple choice questions. 1. The essay of Sir Roger at Assizes is an example of a essay. A. Narrative. B. Argumentative. C. Descriptive. D. Comparison and contrast. 2. Richard Steele and Joseph Addison published their periodical essays in the A. 17th century, B. 18th century, C. 19th century, D. 20th century. 3. Sir Roger is A. A landlord, B. A rich man from a town, C. An actor, D. A country gentleman. 4. According to Sir Roger, Tom Touchy was A. An honest man, B. A rich man, C. A sociable man, D. A dishonest man. 5. The innkeeper was formerly A. Servant to Sir Roger, B. A friend to Sir Roger, C. A business partner to Sir Roger, D. An enemy to Sir Roger. Extra MCQs. 1. Sir Roger at the Assizes is written in the form of A. Poem, B. Novel, C. Travel account, D. Biography. 2. The central focus of the essay is to describe A. Sir Roger's wealth, B. Sir Roger's travels abroad, C. Sir Roger's character and interactions, D. Sir Roger's legal battles. 3. According to the moral principle presented in the essay, a person's first concern should be to avoid A. Public criticism, B. Confrontations with neighbors, C. Reproaches of their own conscience, D. Financial difficulties. 4. Sir Roger is described as being respected by his neighbors for his A. Wealth, B. Athletic abilities, C. Benevolence, D. Business acumen. 5. During the journey to the county assizes, Sir Roger and the narrator encounter A. 3 men on horseback, B. 2 men on the road, C. A group of beggars. D. A band of musicians. 6. The first man they meet on the road is a yeoman who A. Enjoys painting. B. Lives beyond his means. C. Loves fishing. D. Likes hunting. 7. Tom Touchy is known for his A. Love of gardening. B. Generosity toward others. C. Litigious nature. D. Musical talents. 8. What is the main event taking place at the circuit court? A. A carnival. B. A festival. C. A trial. D. A wedding. 9. Sir Roger's reputation at the circuit court leads to A. His arrest. B. His speech in court. C. His withdrawal from the proceedings. D. His being ignored by others. 10. What does Sir Roger do during the court session that surprises everyone? A. He falls asleep. B. He dances. C. He gives a speech. D. He sings a song. 11. On the way back from the Assizes, the group stops at an inn owned by A. Sir Roger's cousin. B. A complete stranger. C. A former servant of Sir Roger. D. A famous actor. 12. The innkeeper puts up a sign with Sir Roger's likeness as A. A king. B. A jester. C. A knight. D. A nobleman. 13. How does Sir Roger react when he discovers the sign with his likeness? A. He demands to be paid for it. B. He becomes angry and leaves. C. He takes it as a compliment and laughs. D. He sues the innkeeper. 14. What does Sir Roger decide to alter the sign into? A. A portrait of a famous author. B. A famous historical figure. C. The Saracen's Head. D. A picture of a castle. 15. How does Sir Roger's decision about the sign reflect his character? A. He is embarrassed and hides it. B. He is offended and confronts the innkeeper. C. He takes it humorously and lightly. D. He becomes angry and demands a refund. 16. 16. The essay, Sir Roger at the Assizes, can be best described as A. A political treatise. B. A scientific research paper. C. A romantic novel. D. A light-hearted travel account. 17. What do the encounters during the journey and at the Assizes highlight about Sir Roger's personality? A. He is selfish and uncaring. B. He is argumentative and confrontational. C. He is benevolent and respected. D. He is secretive and mysterious. 18. What is the main emotion the narrator experiences throughout the journey with Sir Roger? A. Boredom. B. Fear. C. Joy and amusement. D. Frustration. 19. How does the essay portray the impact of Sir Roger on those around him? A. He is ignored by everyone. B. He is feared and disliked. C. He is respected and admired. D. He is considered a troublemaker. 20. The essay, Sir Roger at the Assizes, emphasizes the value of A. Wealth and power. B. Fame and recognition. C. Kindness and self-assurance. D. Secrecy and intrigue. B. Short questions. 1. What does the author say about general character of a man? In Sir Roger at the Assizes, the author presents an insightful perspective on the general character of a man. The essay begins by introducing a moral principle: a person's foremost concern should be to avoid the reproaches of their own conscience, followed by evading public criticism. This principle serves as a guiding philosophy for evaluating one's actions and behavior. The character of Sir Roger exemplifies this philosophy, as he is depicted as an individual who is at peace with himself, respected by his neighbors, and known for his universal benevolence. The essay suggests that a person's internal sense of right and wrong should take precedence over external judgments, implying that an individual's self-assessment and integrity hold immense significance. Sir Roger's reputation, built on his consistent moral conduct and genuine kindness towards others, serves as a testament to the rewards of adhering to this principle. Through the journey's encounters and interactions, the narrative underscores the importance of character traits such as benevolence, self-assurance, and the ability to bring joy and respect to those around. This portrayal encourages readers to reflect on the value of personal integrity, and the positive impact it can have on both oneself and the society at large. 2. How does the author describe Sir Roger's character? The author portrays Sir Roger's character as a model of virtue and benevolence in Sir Roger at the Assizes. Described as a country gentleman, Sir Roger embodies a harmonious blend of qualities that define his essence. He is shown as being at peace within himself, a reflection of his inner integrity and moral compass. Respected by his neighbors, he garners affection and goodwill due to his universal benevolence, extending kindness to all those around him. Sir Roger's character is depicted as humble and unassuming, contrasting the arrogance often associated with his social status. His interactions reflect his genuine nature, and he engages with individuals from all walks of life without a hint of condescension. The essay highlights his affable disposition and affirms that he is beloved not just for his affluence but for his character. Furthermore, Sir Roger's willingness to stand by his principles is evident when he chooses to speak unconventionally during the court session. His action underscores his courage and uniqueness. Overall, the author crafts Sir Roger as an embodiment of virtuous qualities, illustrating how one's character can radiate positivity, influence others, and create a lasting legacy of goodwill and respect. 3. What is Sir Roger's opinion about the yeoman? Sir Roger's opinion about the yeoman encountered during their journey in Sir Roger at the Assizes is one of understanding and measured judgment. The yeoman, a man of modest means, is depicted as someone who lives within his income and enjoys hunting despite occasionally violating game laws. While Sir Roger acknowledges the yeoman's propensity to break certain rules, he does not outright condemn him. Instead, he presents a balanced view of the man's behavior, acknowledging both his sensibility and flaws. Sir Roger's opinion reflects his practical and compassionate outlook. He understands that the yeoman's actions, while occasionally transgressive, are rooted in a desire to make ends meet and live frugally. By focusing on the yeoman's good qualities, such as his ability to shoot flying targets and his role as a foreman, Sir Roger highlights the complexity of human behavior. This perspective demonstrates Sir Roger's empathy and refusal to pass harsh judgment, aligning with his broader philosophy of prioritizing internal integrity over unyielding adherence to societal norms. 4. What was Tom Touchy like? Tom Touchy, as portrayed in Sir Roger at the Assizes, is characterized as a litigious and contentious individual. Known for his penchant for taking legal action against others, Touchy's personality is defined by his readiness to engage in disputes and his habit of suing people, regardless of the reason. He is presented as a figure who eagerly pursues legal matters, even taking a neighbor to court over trivial issues such as a broken hedge. Touchy's litigious nature overshadows his interactions, and his preoccupation with legal matters is emphasized by the author's description of his constant engagement in lawsuits. This portrayal serves to paint a rather negative image of Touchy, highlighting his combative disposition and focusing on his habit of using legal means as a means of control or vengeance. Tom Touchy, depicted in Sir Roger at the Assizes, is a litigious figure who habitually engages in lawsuits, suing others indiscriminately, even over minor matters. This contentious nature overshadows his interactions, presenting a negative image of his combative disposition and use of legal actions for control or vengeance. 5. What did Sir Roger speak about the case between Woolwimple and Mr. Touchy? In Sir Roger at the Assizes, when the case between Woolwimple and Mr. Touchy is presented to Sir Roger, he offers his judgment with characteristic fairness and diplomacy. Sir Roger acknowledges that much can be said on both sides of the dispute. This response reflects his desire to maintain impartiality and avoid favoring one party over the other. By refraining from a hasty judgment, he displays his measured approach to conflict resolution. Sir Roger's response is a testament to his sense of justice and his reluctance to hastily take sides without understanding the nuances of the situation. His words encapsulate his wisdom and the respect he commands from those around him. This incident further underscores his role as a respected figure in the community, and highlights his ability to maintain harmony and fairness even in situations where personal opinions might easily sway others. In the case between Will Wimble and Mr. Touchy in Sir Roger at the Assizes, Sir Roger impartially acknowledges both sides, showcasing fairness and wisdom. His response reflects his commitment to justice and earns respect in the community, demonstrating his skill in conflict resolution. 6. How would Sir Roger act on the circuit bench? At the circuit bench, Sir Roger's demeanor would be marked by a blend of gravitas and geniality. His presence would command respect from his fellow justices due to his reputation and standing in the community. He would embody a balanced approach, displaying a willingness to engage in the legal proceedings while maintaining his characteristic affable nature. Sir Roger's interventions would likely be measured, showing a deep respect for the law and its processes. While he might not be extensively versed in legal intricacies, his comments would carry weight due to his moral integrity and practical wisdom. His unconventional speech might reflect his genuine desire to contribute positively, even if it veers off the conventional course. Overall, Sir Roger's conduct on the circuit bench would exemplify his unique blend of earnestness, kindness, and respect for the legal system, reflecting both his personal values and his role as a respected and benevolent figure in the community. 7. According to the narrator, what made their travel of that day pleasant? The narrator's travel experience throughout the day in Sir Roger at the Assizes was made immensely pleasant due to the captivating company of Sir Roger. The journey was not only physically fulfilling but also emotionally enriching, thanks to Sir Roger's amiable and affable nature. His companionship brought a sense of joy and amusement to every encounter and interaction they had, creating a positive atmosphere. The day's events, from the encounters on the road to the court proceedings and the incident at the inn, were all infused with Sir Roger's unique charm and character. His benevolence, willingness to engage with people from all walks of life, and even his unconventional behavior during the court session, added a touch of lightheartedness and warmth to the journey. The narrator's admiration and respect for Sir Roger were evident in the descriptions, making the day's travel not just physically memorable but emotionally fulfilling, and reminding the narrator of the value of good company and the impact of an individual's positive character on every situation. C. Long questions. 1. Sketch the character of Sir Roger. Sir Roger, the central figure of Sir Roger at the Assizes, is a character of remarkable depth and virtue. He is portrayed as a country gentleman whose personality and conduct define him as an emblem of benevolence, integrity, and geniality. At the core of Sir Roger's character is his unwavering sense of moral rectitude. He follows a principle that one's own conscience's reproaches should be avoided above all else, and this philosophy resonates in his actions. He embodies this principle by displaying inner peace and self-assuredness, reflecting his adherence to his personal values. Sir Roger's interactions with others underline his genuine benevolence. Respected by his neighbors, he engenders goodwill and affection from everyone in his vicinity. His approach to humanity is characterized by kindness and empathy, and his relationships are marked by a sincere concern for the well-being of those around him. Furthermore, Sir Roger's humility stands in contrast to his societal stature. He is not swayed by arrogance or elitism, instead choosing to engage with individuals from all walks of life without any condescension. This is evident in his interactions with the yeoman and Tom Touchy during the journey. The court proceedings reveal his willingness to contribute positively, even if unconventionally. Despite lacking expertise in legal matters, he addresses the court with a sense of purpose and confidence, illustrating his desire to play a part in upholding justice and his role as a respected member of the community. Sir Roger's character is a harmonious blend of moral compass, benevolence, humility, and a touch of mirth. His uniqueness lies in his ability to radiate goodwill and charm in every situation. Through the events of the day, the essay underscores his positive influence, highlighting how his character shapes interactions, enriches experiences, and fosters a sense of unity and respect within his community. 2. Comment on the style of Addison's prose. Joseph Addison's prose style is characterized by its elegance, clarity, and moral depth. As a prominent figure in the 18th century English literary landscape, Addison's writing reflects the values of the Enlightenment era while also embodying his personal approach to storytelling and commentary. One of the defining features of Addison's prose is its refined and polished nature. His sentences are carefully crafted, exhibiting a meticulous attention to detail. His vocabulary is rich, yet he uses words with precision, avoiding unnecessary ornamentation. This balance between eloquence and simplicity renders his prose both accessible and sophisticated. Clarity is another hallmark of Addison's writing style. He excels in presenting complex ideas in a manner that is easily understood by a wide audience. His essays often employ logical progression, making his arguments coherent and lucid. His ability to communicate profound concepts, without overburdening the reader with intricate language, underscores his mastery of prose composition. Furthermore, Addison's prose is imbued with a moral purpose. He often uses his essays as vehicles to impart moral lessons and reflections on human behavior. This moral dimension is evident in Sir Roger at the Assizes, where the underlying theme of personal integrity, as well as the importance of inner values over external judgment, shines through. Addison's style is also characterized by his apt use of anecdotal evidence and relatable anecdotes. In Sir Roger at the Assizes, his storytelling approach brings the characters and situations to life, enabling readers to connect with the narrative on a personal level. Joseph Addison's prose style is a harmonious fusion of eloquence, clarity, and moral depth. His refined language, clarity of expression, and moral insights create an immersive reading experience that engages both the intellect and the heart. His essays, including Sir Roger at the Assizes, stand as enduring examples of his ability to communicate timeless ideas in an accessible and meaningful manner. 3. Which two humorous instances you like most in the essay, and why? In Sir Roger at the Assizes, two particularly humorous instances stand out, adding a touch of levity to the narrative while also shedding light on Sir Roger's character and the dynamics of the journey. The first instance involves the encounter with the yeoman on the road. The yeoman, despite his modest means, is depicted as someone who enjoys hunting and occasionally bends the rules related to game hunting. This portrayal is comical in its juxtaposition of the yeoman's desire to live frugally and his occasional disregard for laws. Sir Roger's commentary on the yeoman's behavior, acknowledging his occasional violations and even his excessive partridge hunting, adds a humorous element. This instance showcases Sir Roger's practical outlook and the interplay between societal norms and individual motivations. The second instance centers around Tom Touchy, known for his litigious nature. The fact that Touchy has taken legal action against numerous people, even over seemingly trivial matters like a broken hedge, is inherently amusing. The exaggerated extent of his litigious behavior turns Touchy into a comical character, providing readers with a humorous glimpse into the absurdity of his actions. The essay's portrayal of Touchy's constant engagement in lawsuits, and his apparent readiness to sue anyone for anything contributes a comedic dimension to the narrative. Both instances contribute humor through their portrayals of characters and their actions. These humorous elements not only provide moments of laughter but also serve as vehicles for exploring societal norms, personal quirks, and the complexities of human behavior. The essay uses these instances to balance its moral reflections with light-hearted moments, creating a dynamic narrative that engages readers on both intellectual and emotional levels. After reading the essay, how would you say that Sir Roger belongs to English noble family? While the essay, Sir Roger at the Assizes, doesn't explicitly state that Sir Roger belongs to an English noble family, there are several subtle hints and qualities within the narrative that suggest his aristocratic background, and his connection to a well-respected lineage. Firstly, Sir Roger's character exudes a sense of dignity and nobility. His interactions with others, regardless of their social status, reflect a natural grace and affability. His willingness to engage in conversations with people from all walks of life, including the yeoman and Tom Touchy, showcases his noblesse oblige, a sense of responsibility and duty towards those he encounters. Additionally, the essay alludes to Sir Roger's wealth and property. The fact that he owns an estate, and is described as a country gentleman, implies a certain level of affluence that aligns with the traditional attributes of English nobility. Sir Roger's reputation in the community further emphasizes his noble status. He is respected and beloved by his neighbors for his benevolence and kind-hearted nature. This admiration implies a long-standing history of his family's positive influence and impact on the local area, a characteristic often associated with aristocratic families. Moreover, Sir Roger's participation in the circuit court, and his presence among other justices indicate his involvement in matters of governance and legal affairs. This active role in the legal system is reminiscent of the responsibilities often taken on by English nobility. While the essay doesn't explicitly state Sir Roger's noble lineage, these subtler elements collectively paint a picture of an individual who embodies the values and traits often associated with English aristocracy. His demeanor, wealth, reputation, and involvement in matters of justice all contribute to the impression that Sir Roger belongs to an English noble family with a rich history of service, responsibility, and benevolence. Best of luck.